Good afternoon, my dear students. I am teaching class 12th, chapter number 6, Molecular Basis of Inheritance. In the last lecture, we have studied about the goals of Human Genome Project and what and why was Human Genome Project started, why it was a mega project in the biological field. Now we will be learning about the benefits of HGP. So the first benefit of Human Genome Project is if we know the knowledge of the DNA variations among the individuals, it will be very helpful for us to create a treatment to diagnose that particular disease which affects the individual. So the first benefit of Human Genome Project will be the knowledge of DNA variation among the individual help us in the treatment diagnosis and prevention of such diseases once we know about the DNA sequence. Okay students, now the next benefit is if it can help in learning the genome of non-human organism. So how it will affect if we know the genome of any organism, like till now we have discovered or we have sequenced the genome of rice and Caenorhabditis, elegans. Okay, we have done the sequencing of Drosophila. We have several other like bacteria and yeast. We know the sequence, proper full genome of bacteria and yeast. So if we know the sequence of these non-human organism, this will help us know their capability to just see the treatment or diagnosis or where they are helpful. Likewise, they can be helpful in healthcare. They can be helpful in energy production, or they can give us some environmental remedies. Okay students, so these are the benefits of sequencing the human genome. So these are the benefits of HGP. Now the next topic we will be studying will be the methodologies which we take into account. The methodologies of HGP. So there are two methodologies. The first methodology is expressed sequence tags or ESTs. These are expressed. So there are two approaches. There are two methods for sequencing the human genome. First is, or the one of the approaches, expressed sequence tags. In short form, these are known as ESTs. What it is, they focus on identifying all the genes that are being expressed as RNA. So they focus on identifying all the genes which are expressed as RNA. Here we will not take into account the gene which are non-coding. We will be very specific. Only we will be taking up the sequence of those genes which are expressed as RNA. And the second, it is a general method. The second method is sequence annotation. Method. In this method, what we do, it involves the sequencing of the whole genome. So whole genome is sequenced. If we talk about whole genome sequencing, then we are talking about both the coding and non-coding genes. Both coding and non-coding genes. After this is done, then what we do? Then we assign functions to the different regions in the sequence. Then we assign functions to the different regions of the genes or the sequence. Okay, students? So in the board exam, many a times it has came to write the 6 goals or directly write the goals of Human Genome Project, or write the 2 benefits of Human Genome Project, or what are the methodologies adopted to go for Human Genome Project. So these all are very important for your board exam. So study at home. Kindly go through every line of your NCERT. Thank you.